Yo, what is poppin', Saints? How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing good. But this video, I'll be honest, this one's probably a little bit more for me than it is for y'all. No disrespect. And the reason why I say that is because, honestly, it's something that I'm currently going through at the moment. And I've been going through it for about a month now. In fact, it's the cause of my um, awakening, as many people call it, but pretty much it's me and my change as a different person. It is part of that. And what it is to me the most annoying and the most difficult phase in my change. And the phase is letting go emotionally, which ties back to what Nero Knowledge said is the most annoying law in attraction and manifestation and all that is you can only have what you already have. You can already have an abundance of it. And for you to attain that, you must be emotionally unshackled to a desired outcome that you are looking for. And for me specifically, it is one that isn't, like pretty much I'm pretty much you could say I would be asking for a lot. For me, I'm trying to attain a previous relationship, if I'm being honest, if I'm being blunt. And it's not obtain a previous one, it's being with someone that I've been with before, but as a new. So it'll be a new relationship, just period. But no matter how I slice it, I know, especially from the other person's perspective, it would be revisiting something that they've already been at, something that they've already been in. But I'm saying this because I want to give you guys, my truth and also be open. And, plenty of people probably are going through this themselves and are probably not sure how to coordinate it. But, I have been going through books after books, videos after videos, even Reddit threads. I know, probably the worst place to look for guidance. But actually, sometimes it's the best, I'm not gonna lie to you. But honestly, I have been going through these sources of information and I still go through my back and forth of like regret and how I miss this person and how I'm disappointed in myself of how, I showed them that I was ungrateful and unappreciative and like the common Tyler Perry villain that you would see in a movie. but listen guys, I mean no one's really no, people can have it. Now, there's bad people in the world. I'm not gonna say that there ain't no such thing as a villain, but everyone has the opportunity to be good or bad. It's all on them. But for me, in my case, right, I know for me, this is a woman that I really love a lot, and this is someone that I have been having a hard time just letting go, if I'm being honest, and like I said, the most annoying law, why it's so annoying for me is because it's like, yeah, for me to get to the other side, I have to already have that in me. And believe me, I have been doing my best to figure out what it is that this person gave. Not in a, like, yeah, because like I say, obviously that, yeah, like she made me feel complete. She made me feel, you know, safe, secure, and I felt like I was with someone that I could be vulnerable, I could be myself, vulnerable with. Like yeah, she made me feel those things, and but the thing is, what I find is that you have to already be in the emotional place already. And so what I've been going through is I've been reflecting on myself and thinking to myself, what is it that this person gave? Because like from what I hear a lot of people say, you may not be what you are missing is not the person, it's themselves, but how they made you feel. I'll be honest, I miss the person. Okay, I'm not gonna act like that's not my case. It is, and I mean I'm still doing the other part, which is like okay, like what is it about this person that made me feel like, well, pretty much put me in the place where I'm at right now. So I can be in that emotional state already, to where this person comes around, boom, I'm already in there. I'm already that. I'm not repelling energetically this person away. Because you know what? Like, I'll be honest, when things were going on the decline and she had mentioned about moving on and everything, I started getting anxious. Lack of better words, desperate, you know? And I realized to myself, I said, hold on. Like, down the line, after everything, right? I realized my mistake was, and I believe I mentioned it in a previous video, but my mistake was I treated that situation differently because of because of who was the source, you know? Because this is the only person that I've been with in a real, actual, you know, healthy relationship that was, you know, equal on both sides, where we can both say that we loved each other, you know? That's that kind of situation. And I just thought, okay, well, I don't have to do this back and forth cat and mouse game. And that was the problem. I saw it as a game, but I didn't realize it was just natural. It was just nature. It was just spiritual nature, and it was harmony. There's nothing wrong with it if your intent is that you actually genuinely do want this person. Besides being desperate over it, you would instead want to be genuine and attract them to you. And that doesn't mean that all of a sudden you just say, you know what, I don't care if I'm only talk. If they talk to me, because once again, that goes back to the whole cat and mouse thing. I'm not about that, especially when it comes to someone that I really love. I'm not about that. Now, in this case, however, right, I realized the difference between when I first was with them than when things ended. When I was first with them, it was, and this will probably clear it up. When I was first with them, I was just thinking, she's someone that I met. You know, like, I like her. I like her personality already, and I'm gonna just reach out. And if she tells me, if she responds, I'm gonna respond back. If she doesn't, she doesn't. You know, like, no harm, no foul. I'm not gonna take it personal. And there was a time where she didn't respond, and I didn't take it personally. I was like, well, hey, you know what? Things happen, or, you know, something could be happening in her life. You know, regardless, it's not, you know, I just live life as is, right? And, you know, she came around, shot me a message back. And it was funny, you know, and from there, the rest was history. But what I realized was, like, hold on, like, the way I got her versus how I kind of put, for lack of better words, the nail in the coffin, were two different scenarios. And so right now, I have reverse engineered myself to saying, you know what? I'm going to just work on caring. Yeah, do I still love her? I do, okay? However, I'm not gonna be desperate over it, because where did that get me? Nowhere. And I find, as I'm learning more about myself on my own journey, my own path, that honestly, the more I emotionally detach, the better. Like, okay, like, actually, that wasn't the right word. It's more just like, the less emotional expectation I have, the better, you know? And I mean that as in, I don't expect to be fulfilled from this happening, because I'm already fulfilled. That's the position. Now, like I said, it is at times easier said than done. Like, for me, it is easier said than done, because for me, what I realize is that this is not a 1 day thing. This isn't a 2 day thing, not a 1 month thing, and definitely isn't a let me just be with somebody else type of thing. And I say that because I had, you know, I have been told, like, yo, like, just, you know, try talking to somebody else. But honestly, I can't even see other women the same way right now, man. I really can't. And it's not heartbreaking, Okay, it's not about it being heartbreak. It's just that it feels wrong. This is like it just internally it doesn't feel right to go to other people. It doesn't feel right to entertain another conversation, and also it isn't really fair for them. And I've actually kind of already been through an experience recently where it's like the Lord kind of put me in a position to say like, yo, like this really isn't for you. Like trust me. And I can talk about that another time. But I realized like nah, that's not the direction I should be going towards. And I mean, look, I mean, you guys could take it as I'm just excusing myself and excusing the situation, but I mean, honestly, I have learned on how to listen to the God, on how to listen to God within me. I have learned personally, and I've learned what happens when I don't listen. I have learned what happens when I do, and when I do, things work out. When I don't, things become more difficult than they needed to be. And I would rather live to my new philosophy, which is it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be as difficult as we think it is. And I mean, even though, like I said, like I know, like what I am desiring. All right, from the human eye perspective, from like this third world level plane, that's like okay, that's impossible. Trust me. I combat it all the time. Like I said, I combat these thoughts more than you guys, okay? And every time these thoughts come up, you know what? One thing that Nero said that was interesting. He said, and I watched it in a video recently. He had said, whenever you feel those moments of doubt and those moments of, actually, yeah, that's just the best word for it, doubt or overthinking. That's what he said. It was doubt and overthinking. He said, that's your old frequency trying to talk you out of what you're doing. And I was like, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. And I mean, I'm saying this because, look, guys, if you are going through something like this, like there's something that you want or desire, and it's something that you have strong emotional ties to. I mean, this is more so for people because money, you don't really have to have much emotional back and forth with that. As far as like, okay, like, is this really gonna work? Should I want it? Should I? Should I not? Like don't like people is way more complicated than money. All right, simple. That's a simple truth. And they are in relationships are far more. They take more to maintain than it does with finances. All right, like that's just a simple truth on that. But like I said, you guys are probably dealing with something like this, and if you are, I would tell you to stick with your conviction and also have belief. And if you are going through the back and forth, do not just think, oh, all of a sudden it's gone. Like what I've worked on all this time because listen, I've been working at this for like a while now. Okay. I've been, changing myself and spiritually, like with action, like physical action. I have been taking charge of my change and my development and my growth. And at times I think to myself, well, dang, I let that one thought trickle down and I caught myself, but did I ruin it? No, you didn't. Because I mean, look, like nothing is set in stone, for one. And two, only you can really set the stone for the most part. Now, and also at the end of the day, I mean, it's like it isn't a one day fix. So if you're someone who's also thinking, well, how long does this all take? Like, does this take a day, a week, a month, years? How long should I wait? It starts immediately. And that's why it is important, why they say, yeah, you need to need to take out the emotional expectation. Okay? Because when you do, it's like you're pushing it further away and you're not really doing the work. It's like you're wasting all your time. It's like you're going to the gym, you're working out just to come home and eat nothing but junk. So it's like you're not really making progress. You might be doing the actions of progress, but you're not making any because you're not making the right choices afterwards. You know, it's like if someone goes to church, they pray they go to church one day out of the week, but then they're sinning the rest of the week. You know, like, can you say that you're living right? That's up to you, really. But I would just say this, guys. Like I said, honestly, this is more a video for me because I need to reaffirm it myself. Sometimes I need to be like, yo, listen, Saint, you're doing fine. Okay? You have what you already want. Just that noise in the back, that's the past. That's the old you. That's the old frequency you was carrying. That's not you anymore, buddy. All right? Who you are now is someone who has spiritual discipline, physical discipline, all right? And you have made the choices to actually let go of things that most people probably would not. And this is not about even comparing yourself to other people. This is about you comparing yourself to you with who you were, who you are now, and you know who you are becoming. And you already know who are you becoming because you already know who you are, bro. And I say that to y'all too. You already know who you are. You know, bro, sis, whoever, however you identify, you already know who you are. Okay? And listen, I don't care if you have probably done the worst of the worst. Okay? I believe you have an opportunity to change things around. I do. I truly believe that, I mean, you can tell me, you know, like, hey, like I've done some things that I personally just don't find redeemable. You know, I feel like that's the first step. The fact that you can actually acknowledge that is probably the biggest step. The fact that you know that, hey, yo, I just think that was really inexcusable because I know better, and that you know that just isn't me. Well, make it clear to yourself, man. As Confucius has said, the thoughts of what other people have about you makes you their prisoner. You're not their prisoner. You are your own. Because you are thinking about yourself in such a light. Like, one of the biggest meditation moments I've had was when I decided to focus on my shame, my guilt, about this girl. Like I said, I love her. I would, you know, like, I would do a lot for her. But in this case, like I said, I had shame about myself, okay? Because like I said, I was thinking to myself, I know better, and I'm disappointed about how things went and how I handled things. And what I did was that was a long session. I'll be honest with you. That was the longest ones I've had. That was one of the longest ones I've had. Like, but man, even though I did it that one time, I still gotta keep doing it, okay? Because like I said, the old frequency, like, I likes to come in and likes to take over the brain and be like, well, you know what, you've done this and that. I don't think it's gonna work, bro. Like I don't think you can really make that happen. I don't think it's gonna come. And like I said, y'all might be in the comments, y'all might be listening to me saying, bro, what you asking for is wild, bro. Just go get you another girl, bro. You just gonna be wasting your time doing this. That's fine. That's y'all thoughts. But I know where I stand. Because, you know, like I said, I have cultivated this conviction and belief, this faith, for a reason. And to me, like, I would not be doing it for somebody that I didn't think was worth it. All right. And you know, I believe that this person is already with me. You know? And hey, if that comes off as delusional, it is what it is. But all I know is I'm not gonna carry out this mission in a way that's unhealthy. Okay? Like, that's why I take notice, and that's why, you know, I am on this path in the first place, because I know I want to do things the proper way. That's why, honestly, sometimes I overthink it, because I'm like, well, hold on, I don't want to, I guess, taint what it is that I'm doing. I don't want to taint my progress. I don't want to make things, you know, like weird or strange. because that's the last thing I need to do. That's the last thing I need for me. Just period. Regardless if she's involved or not, I need things to not be, I do not need to make my life harder. And all these things are decisions. These are all choices. But yeah, guys. If you guys even got to this point of the video, honestly, I'm surprised. Thank you for, listening to me all the way through. But, I do hope that you guys got something from this. Because like I said, honestly, I realize it is a journey for a reason. It's not like you just do it once and the journey's over. Nah, like this whole, and if you guys are going through the whole emotional, expectation of cutting that off so you can materialize, manifest, however you want to put it, understand that it's not something that just happens all at once, okay? No matter how people say it, and even if they don't tell you, I'm going to tell you, it's not something that happens in one day. It's not going to happen in one day, okay? And it all depends on what you are even trying to get, because me desiring millions of dollars, honestly, is way more easier to emotionally probably connect with, and easier to probably manifest than me manifesting a relationship with someone that I had put through the ringer, if I'm being honest. And ain't that wild? That's why honestly I get now why my philosophy is people are worth is way more than money, honestly. And I wouldn't even say it's just people. It's the good people, the people that you care about, those type of things. Because honestly, like I thought about how you always hear people say, "I wish I had more time to spend with so and so. I wish I had more time to do this or that," but it's never, "I wish I had more money." when they're about to go. It's usually, I wish I just had more time to do this and that. I wish I had more time to spend with this person and with that person. And I'm not saying that it all comes down to just that. I mean, honestly, what you desire, what you find to be important in your life is up to you. But for me personally, I say it's people and experiences. Honestly, it's people and experiences for me. Because honestly, I can have all the money, but man, if I don't got no one to enjoy it with, and if I don't enjoy the experiences that I'm having, man, I mean, it doesn't matter. This is, to me, not really. But hopefully this does something for y'all. Something positive. And yeah, Saint, you got this, bro. You are more powerful than you think. And that's not just to me, that's to all of you that's listening. You have way more power over your life than you think. And also, all this sounds like, I don't know, like like it's unbelievable. But be honest, like I would always say in different videos, this is a path of life that you probably never tried before. And only you know if you really have put your whole foot forward. And I would tell you to ask yourself, if I did this, what's the worst that could come from it? If I decided to just see what happens, and it works, because honestly, I feel like none of y'all have really tried it. For me, I haven't tried it. That's why I really have low questions about it. But I have seen how it has it has helped me more than it has negatively affected me, because it hasn't really. And I'm only seeing nothing but progress coming in for me. Why not try it out for yourself and see what it does for you? But all right, cut it there. But hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Guys, take care.